Alright, session 3 of Gothic 3. I've done a little bit off screen since the last video. Basically, I tried to run the game with the original disc release version 1.0, and that was just kind of a general failure because it kept crashing, and I had really stuttery performance and it was terrible. And then I decided that, okay, fine, I'll revert back to the 1.6 edition on Steam, and then I played for about 20 or 30 minutes of that, and it was just, I kept getting frustrated with the bad combat, and I said, alright, fine, I can't play the 60 or 80 hours, or however long this game is, with that combat system. So I broke down and said, fine, I'll install the community patch. So as you saw from that main menu, I'm now on the Enhanced Edition Community Patch version 1.75. I have the alternative AI for combat turned on, but I've got alternative balance turned off. Because basically I just want the game to be as close to vanilla as possible, but while being actually playable, and not like a frustrating broken mess. Because for the purposes of reviewing the game, I want to review the version of the game that was released, or as close to it as I can. There's a ton of mods out there that add quests and content and things like that, but I don't really want to get into that. Because at that point I'm kind of straying a little far from the game as it was originally released, and so on and so on. So here, you can already see the UI is a little bit more sensible. It's no longer being stretched to 16:9 aspect ratio. Now, interestingly, I don't seem to have the option to turn off the hotkey bar. Toggle quick slots. Scroll lock. There we go. Interesting, I can just cycle through the whole HUD. That's a nice improvement. But you can also see like the graphical detail is a lot better. The view range is better. There's a little bit better post-processing and shaders and things going on. Looks like there's thicker vegetation and so on. And here it almost appears that there's a different font for this. But anyway, I'm supposed to be killing the shy deer that just completely wandered off. So I don't know how, when, or if I can get those things back. I'm hoping maybe if I go back to Ardea and sleep, they'll reset. Because if I'm gonna play as a hunter character, then I really want to be able to learn hunting skills. And he is so far the only hunter in the area. Ooh, I like how it shows the stuff on the side menu now, on the side of the window. Oh, I'm sliding. I don't know if this window's any better. We got a blood fly over here. A couple of blood flies, in fact. Yeah. I do not have the alternative balancing turned on, as I think I mentioned earlier. Partly because the old save file would not be compatible with it, but also because I've read a lot of bad things about alternative balancing. Mostly that it kind of takes away from the way, goes a little too far from the way the game was originally designed by radically slowing down the leveling system. Because in the original release you could eventually get enough skill points and enough levels that you could learn a lot of different skills from all types of builds and basically become a master of everything or whatever. And alternative balancing kind of does away with that, effectively forcing you to be a specialist. What is this bloodfly doing? You know, so if you're going to be a melee fighter, you kind of have to specialize in melee combat and melee combat alone. And so besides just really slowing down the game, it also kind of shoehorns you into a specific thing and gives you less freedom. And so I just said, you know what, fine. I don't want to have to replay the 4 or 5 hours that I've already played. And it'll just be a lot easier to experiment with the different play styles if I'm playing the original version of the game, and also if I don't have to deal with all that stuff in the alternative balancing. Plus, you know, it keeps me closer to the original version of the game, which is really what I'm trying to review. Quick save still takes a lot of time. I wonder why they changed the font. Or if they actually did change the font. Maybe I'm just... didn't realize it. It's always been like this. Alright, so I have the alternative AI turned on, so supposedly the way these fights play out is supposed to be a little different. It kind of looks like the attack animations may have been sped up slightly. At least with the quick attack. Oh, what is this guy doing? Can we please target the guy that I want to target? Thank you. Oh, the boar's about to kill me. Great. That was so exciting. Even with the community patch, there's still a lot of frustrating bullcrap. I'm a little worried that the community patch is going to make the combat more tedious. Because whereas it was frustrating before, you could at least kind of have a decent amount of success just mindlessly clicking. And that was, you know, not necessarily an unpleasant alternative to the combat system of just kind of being able to ignore it. But now I'm a little worried that it's going to force you to have to engage with it a lot more while still being somewhat broken. And these load screens still take forever. I just hit Alt-Tab, and it's not Alt-Tabbing. So it might kick me out of the game once I actually get through the load screen. I wanted to check the stream software while I was loading the game, but I can't do that apparently. I am stuck on unbearably long load screen. Alright, yep, there it goes. It finally alt-tabbed. And the game crashed. Fantastic! This is the sort of stuff I was trying to avoid by playing the community patch. Because it was the unpatched version 1.0 that was constantly crashing on me, and now the damn community patch is crashing. From a simple attempt to alt-tab. I hope it was just because I alt-tabbed and not because I was just loading the game after dying. Man, this game is constantly finding new ways to frustrate me, and I'm beginning to think I won't even be able to get all the footage I want just to be able to do this review. So now we're back at the load screen. And we get to sit here and wait while listening to that fun, repetitive main menu music. I'm about to start playing mobile games on my phone while waiting for this game to load. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Why is this loading even slower than ever before? Alright, round 2.
I'll tear you apart.
These damn beasts are everywhere.
Oh, you got me. I want to say that sound effect for blocking might be new. I missed. Oh, what? Why did this guy just suddenly stop attacking the boar? All of a sudden, he's like, oh, now I can attack him. Right as I was like, oh, I'm going to take a potion because these guys are occupied with that boar, he just turns and says, nope. Got him. So now I need to actually heal. Is something else attacking me? I don't think so. Alright. Apparently the boar gives more XP than the light bandit. Why is a wild animal giving me more XP than a armed bandit? What is this bow? Oh, this is the warn symbol. Okay. That's kind of nice that they put it on the icon now instead of just buried into the text. Oh, and here's another heavy chest. So this is one of the special chests that will give me the next new item in the item progression chain, the scripted item progression sequence. So I can save here and just save scum basically until I get something good. I'm always going to get whatever the next item is supposed to be, but everything else within it is sort of randomized. I'm going to guess the Hashishin bow is what I should be getting next, which is actually, I think, an improvement over the hunting, but yep. So that's cool. Now notice here we've got 1,500 and 1,000, so that's already 2,500 value, 2,600, 2,775, 28. It's over 2,800 in value in addition to the Hashishin bow. But I'm going to hit this load screen. I'm going to quick load and we're going to see what I can get on the second time. I've also just started a stopwatch, so we're going to load it up and see how long it takes. Maybe quick loading or loading a save when I'm already have the engine up and running might be a little bit faster than doing the initial load from the main menu. Hopefully. But we're already at 24 seconds. and the bar, it jumped out to a quick lead and then didn't move at all. Now we're at 45 seconds and it hasn't moved. There we go, there we go. Apparently it's been an entire minute. A minute and 27 seconds. According to the stopwatch. And now, I had, what, 2,800 in value? Now I have 1,500, 1,700. I have less than 2,000 in value in addition to the Hashishimbo. That's like, what, 30% worse than what I had the last time. And now I get to sit through another 90-second load time. Why are these load screens so long? I mean, I know it's like loading the entire game world, but come on. It's 2019 and I'm playing a game from 2006. On a computer with inconceivable power for what 2006 would have had to offer. And yet it still takes a lifetime and a half just to load the game. Even with a solid state drive and 8 gigs of RAM. Beefy processor. Alright. Let's give this a shot again. I might just stick with whatever I get here. Just to save myself. Oh man, this is even worse. Oh my gosh. So my sum value is now... Maybe this is 400 because there's 2 of them. Or maybe they're both worth 200 cumulatively, but let's say 400, 700, round that up to 200, 900, 900, 1100, you know, 1400. Good grief, how is it possible? Why are the ranges of reward so ridiculously variable? I went from almost 3,000 value worth of loot to like 1,000, so I got slashed in by almost /2, almost 1/3 of total value in the chest. This is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, what is this, my 4th try?
Broken.
How did I break a lockpick? Never seen that before. Alright, summon lightning, mana potion, silver goblet, whatever. I'll live with that. So now that I have a Hashishimbo, that's a little bit better than what I had before. Which is good for the fact that I'm trying to play a hunter-type character, even though I can't get any hunter skills because the hunter won't train me because the shy deer basically despawned from the world, or else ran so deep into orc territory that I can really never get to them. Oh! I can right-click to just loot stuff immediately. Ooh! I can even do that on treasure chests. Yo, that alone makes the community patch worth it. They basically force... Because, like, when you sneak... Oh, hello. When you sneak, it does a thing where it skips the animation, the looting animation. And so they sort of force that in normal exploration if you just right-click, which then saves the hassle of having to go into sneak mode. Oh man, that's a lifesaver. Still getting some heavy stuttering in the frame rate, though. Oh, I forgot that I can right-click. Gooblinberry. Then we got Wolf and Scavenger. What? Why did you equip the sword? I deliberately unequipped it. I pressed the one key a single time, then he re-equipped it. I hope this is not an issue with my hardware, because if it's my keyboard screwing up, that would be extremely problematic. Two booze, torch, vial. Oh man, that is like... that is the best. Oh, I just kind of messed that up. I don't know why, but like the mouse aiming feels wonky now. Yo, this thing is just destroying me. Oh, he's hitting me through a rock. I hate this game so much. And I think it's telling that I'm normally incredibly patient as a gamer and forgiving of technical issues, and that this game just drives me off the wall. Off the wall insane. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if I upload this and it's actually on YouTube and you're watching this on YouTube, basically anytime you see a load screen, just hit the L key like 8 times. You know, just skip forward like 60 to 90 seconds and save yourself the hassle.
Broken. Broken. Broken.
Why am I breaking so many lockpicks? Oh man, this is even better than my last draw. Which ones do I have equipped? How do I tell what I have equipped? Doesn't blue mean equipped? Yeah, okay. I like that it showed me Dragon Root on the little sidebar, because that's a more important item. So like while you're just running around spamming the buttons to collect all these herbs, it actually takes the time to say, hey, you got something important that you should probably know about. Oh, I'm stuck. Jump! Move! Do something! Move! Anything! God, I love playing with 13 frames per second. Oh, hey! Community patch also lets you keep moving while you chug a potion. They do the Dark Souls thing where you get to walk at a slower speed as opposed to just coming to a complete halt and standing there like a moron. Actually, no, he runs. I don't know that you can sprint while eating. Yes, you can. Holy crap. Oh my god, the low frame rate is just killing me. Everything is just like stuttery and I feel like I want to say it wasn't this bad when I was playing the vanilla version, but like damn, this is literally painful in my eyes. What? Like, I can't even aim my mouse because everything is so jittery and stuttery. Oh my god. What is happening with this game? I'm gonna try this. Where was it? There was a thing somewhere. An option for like alternative camera. Where is that? Is that here? Alright, let me try, let me see what that does. Because I don't know what alternative camera means. I don't know if this is helping with the stuttering or not. Excuse me. Just realized I never equipped my Hashishimbo. See, like here, I feel like I'm moving my mouse at a steady rate on the mouse pad, but then you see it just kind of looks like it's skipping around randomly. Like every now and then it'll just kind of jerk slightly. Now some of that's the cursor. I don't know. I think like this community patch might have made the performance a little worse. Which I guess makes sense since it's made the game more graphically intensive. Yeah, so alternative AI has apparently turned off the aspect where humanoid NPCs will basically stand back and let you duke it out with others. So if you're fighting a group, it seems like you're going to be fighting the entire group, as opposed to fighting the entire group one or two at a time. They also don't seem to stun lock as easily. So the effect is that maybe the combat system is a little deeper in the sense that you can't just mindlessly spam clicks. But now it's maybe just even more tedious. Holy crap, that's a huge pack of wolves.
So I'll get
Oh, the heavy bandit healed. Did they all heal? I can't aim my weapons smoothly because everything just like spazzes out every time I move the mouse. Oh my god, there's so many wolves. Can't even hit them with the damn arrows. Alright, you know what? That was not quite as effective as I would have liked. But I think further demonstrates the fact that magic in this game is just 1,000 times better, because the frequency with which you deal with just hordes of enemies, especially when like liberating cities, having that ability to deal area of effect damage is just invaluable compared to having to, like, see, as an archer here, I'm sitting here 1,000, 2, like, I'm sitting here 3 seconds charging up an attack just to shoot one enemy, which means fighting like an army of orcs would be a really tedious slogfest of kiting and slowly doing this crap. I don't want to deal with that, man. Alright. So that was kind of tedious and uncomfortable because of the constant stuttering, and I had to resort to using a AoE magic spell and a bunch of sort of exploity arrow shooting to kill all these things, but I killed everybody. Yo, where's that heavy bandit? Didn't I kill a heavy bandit? Here he is. Sword, arrow, booze, healing potion, stew. That's kind of boring. I thought these bandits were supposed to have some sort of quest item for Jack. I guess not. Must have been a different group of bandits. I really need to remember to right-click on things. Oh my god, this frame rate is murder.
Nothing to be had there.
Like, it just randomly drops down to 18.
Anything is possible.
17. It's like 30, 30, 30, 15. 60, 66, 30. Oh, this is... just, it literally hurts my eyes. Alright, I'm gonna save and shut the game down and then I'm gonna try rebooting it and clearing some processes. So let me shut the game down here. Strangely, I don't really have much else running in the background. So I closed one Chrome tab, the one Chrome tab I had open. Now I'm relaunching the game, and it's going to take 45 minutes to load the game, and then it's still probably going to be a stuttery mess. Nice, the frame rate probably hasn't improved.
Here it says something about alchemy.
Yay, alchemy +5. That was actually a lot of one stat to increase. Remember to right click. Good news is that will also prevent me from interacting with things like stools that I don't want to deal with. Fire, air, water, lockpick, healing item. That's cool. Mana potion. There we go. Thank you.
Stop.
What?
Some valuable things have gone missing here. Do you know anything about that?
No.
No. We're...
I don't care. There's not a hunter anywhere around here by chance, is there?
Take my advice.
Somebody who could teach me how to use a bow.
Doesn't get much worse.
Good thing the rebels are here now. I hope the orcs here will leave us alone for a while longer.
Show me your goods.
Show me your goods.
Really nothing worth buying. Feels ridiculous that I have 15,000 gold at this stage of the game. It's just a floating rock. What is this?
Enos. Grant me mastery over fire.
Alright, so I can learn spells, apparently, from this thing. But it doesn't teach me...
Grant me the power of your blessing.
It doesn't teach me arcane knowledge. So... ancient knowledge. So these things... Fire Rain needs 200 ancient knowledge. What are my other options? Like Fireball, that needs 50. Word of Dominance. Transformation magic. Assist nearby animals. Telekinesis. Tame. Summon Goblin. Ice Lance. Animal form. Transcend into the amp. Transforms an animal. Sleep. Frost Wave. Does 120. That does 400. Oh my god. Why does this need... Does it also freeze them? Yeah, okay, and freezes them. Ice Explosion. Summon Golem. Open Locks. That's kind of cool. Time Bubble. Hailstorm. Transfer Disease. Poison. Lightning Bolt. Fog. Terror. Bloodlust. Amnesia, Skeleton, Night to Day. That's interesting. Summon Demon. Summon Lightning, that's cool as hell. Soul Travel, so you can wander among enemies. I don't know what that means. Army of Darkness. So yeah, there's like all these spells here. And that really just sounds a lot more interesting than those arcane, or the... A lot more interesting than the whatchamacallit. Just bumping my strength up. And so let's see, for instance.
Better stay out of it.
Enos can teach Fireball. That's probably the one that I would want to buy from there.
Grant me...
Flame Wave would be nice, but I don't know. Oh god. Nope, nope.
Sure, why not?
So I've got 5 Ancient Knowledge, and I would need to have 50 to get Fireball. So that would be, what, 45 learning points? I could certainly do that. This thing's 95. I've got 80. I'm getting close to being able to do that, actually.
As if it were so easy.
Show me your goods.
Show me your goods.
Hey, what can I tell you? It's the same old story.
Your goods are boring.
If he goes on like that, we'll never get anywhere.
Well, that was surprisingly effective. Oh, these might be Jack's bandits. Yeah, the bilge rats. That's more like it.
Now you're going to bleed.
God, this frame rate. I'm zoomed in, barely doing anything. Why is it so stuttery? Also, this is absolutely ridiculous. That I've been able to just slowly back up and enemies can't hit me. Even with the community patch, the alternative AI, like the attacks are just so awkwardly slow and... Oh my god. Wow. Man. Metal chest.
Too hard.
Too hard. Do these guys not have any loot? Like special quest items? Alright, let's have a chat with fine old Jack. Who I think appears in Gothic 2, Gothic 3, and
Ahoy,
Risen.
matey! Headed for a great adventure?
I think maybe also Elix. Nice tower you've got here.
Nice tower you've got here.
Aye. It's just right for an old salty dog like me. But it's a dangerous neighborhood, I tell ya. These bilge rats are everywhere. They don't give an old sea dog a moment's peace.
Have you seen any orcs?
Have you seen any orcs?
Oh, I got that one wrong.
I hope they have better things to do than scare an old man.
The bilge rats will never bother you again.
The bilge rats will never bother you again.
Ah, I knew you'd help me out, matey. I don't have a whole lot I can give you, but take this as a reward. Keep your chin up.
Show me your goods. Apparently my phone, every time I say show me, my phone pops up and thinks I'm trying to tell it to do something, which is kind of unexpected. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything worth buying. Maybe he has things worth stealing. Black Robar. Nothing up here to loot? That's kind of sad. Okay, so I'm gonna warp over to Reddick. Have a chat with that mage fellow. Increase my arcane knowledge and then go buy the fireball spell, I guess.
You better stay out of it. Still, it can't go on like this.
Do another hard save here. Show me your
Show
goods.
me your goods.
Alright, so he's just got a bunch of recipes.
Teach.
You aren't ready for that.
95? So I need to have 100 of that.
Carry on like that. That's the way. Ahem. Ahem. That's the way. Carry on like that. Carry on. Good. Ahem. That's the way.
Actually, that puts me about enough to buy a fireball. But it looks like I can... The learn faster
aren't
spell.
ready for that.
Or skill, I guess. I think that gives you like an extra learning point every level up. And an additional learning point. So I think over time that's good to have, so maybe it would be better for me to get that as soon as possible. Which I think means I would need another level up. I need 2 more level ups because I'm at 55. That would get me to 85. 1 level up would get me to 95. And then another level up would get me 100 and then enough to get the skill. So I need like 2 level ups to get the skill and then a 3rd level to get fireball. Eh, screw it, I'll just metagame it. I'm doing alright so far without having invested much in really any sort of skills. So now I'm gonna head over to Cape Dun, which is kind of supposed to be the next town. Do some quests over there. Booze torch ladle, that's boring. Pig. Surprised the pig gives 50 XP. That's a fair amount. Whoops. Die, chicken. Gotta get that meat. Hungry wolf. Because it has a unique adjective next to its name, it must be part of the quest. There's no bed in here. That is most unfortunate. Oh wait, this is community patch. I can walk while eating. Boy, ain't that nice. There's another hungry wolf. Ah, it turned right as I went to shoot it. I can't even hit a pig. Hey there. Yeah, I did actually try playing without patches. I just installed my disc version and I basically couldn't play because it was just a stuttery, buggy, broken mess and it kept crashing and I literally could not play the base game from the release date, the 1.0 version. So I wanted to get some footage and experience on the original release, and it was just so bad that I basically couldn't even do that. So now I kind of gave up, and I'm... Oh god. Why is he spinning around that far? Oh, I kind of just gave up on that, and now I'm just running the community patch 1.75, as you can see, and... I really don't know how I feel about it. There's a lot of quality of life improvements, but it's almost like my performance is worse now because I get really stuttery frame rate. And the tweaks that they've done to the combat system are kind of making it a little bit more tedious in some ways. Because even though it was like frustrating and broken before, I could at least kind of get by just spamming attacks and sort of a way to bypass the combat system. And now you can't. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Are you kidding me? Damn. Apparently my quick save and my hard save are on different, like, way different slots. But basically, in trying to make the combat system more intelligent and tactical, it takes more effort while still being kind of fundamentally broken. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I don't feel like it really fixes the problem. It's like putting a slight band-aid over a huge gaping wound. Alright, so I still need to get... Ah! Now I need to get back over to Cape Dun. This game really is like I need to save after every little thing I do because it's so easy to just get killed in a single moment. But even saving after every little thing I do is a tedious pain because it takes 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000. Takes like 7 seconds just to save the game. Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the case. Like all the day one patches and things for the original version of the game. It seems like the original version of the game has basically been written almost out of existence. because everybody just uses the Steam version or the GOG version as sort of their default, like their base option. And since those come bundled with various degrees of the community patches, you're kind of... It's like almost impossible to play the original version without having a disc version. And there's a lot of stuff in the disc version that is horribly outdated, like all of the links to register the game online, those don't work. The support forum links don't work. Stuff like that. There's even a thing when you install the disc version where it tries to get you to install Xfire Instant Messenger. It was like, I guess, a platform for... Please switch weapons when I press the button to switch weapons. It was like a gaming social media platform, sort of like before Steam started really doing all of its heavy-duty social platform stuff, I guess. You know, but they're like, hey, install Xfire, and I'm like, I can guarantee you that instant messenger service is dead and no one is using it. Yeah, actually, I think they were Aspire links. There might have been one or two that went to Joewood, but the ones that I tried were Aspire, which I think, I don't know where they stand in the whole ownership and rights to the game are. They might have been like a global partner or something, I don't know. But yeah, of course, like everything is long dead for the original version of the game, and wrong button. They spell it Aspyr, I think. Right now I've got alternative AI turned on. My goal was really just to try to fix the combat system to make it less tedious and frustrating. And alternative balancing is turned off. Two reasons, one being that I want to try to stay close to vanilla version, and the alternative balancing does a whole lot of tweaks that pull the game further away from what the game was originally designed around, and also because the save files I was working with were not compatible with alternative balancing, so I would have lost about 5 hours of progress. Which really isn't much in the grand scheme of things, but I just didn't feel like replaying 5 hours of gameplay. The good news is that the alternative AI can be turned on and off, sort of at will. But because of the alternative balancing, the way that it tweaks the game, like you have to start a new game anytime you switch the two because the save files are not compatible with each other. I've heard a lot of bad things about the alternative balancing, and I think I played with the alternative balancing the last time I played, however long ago that was. And it just kind of seems like it really slows the progression system down a lot. Still a lot of hungry wolves out here.
There are beasts.
I Have I saved recently? I don't know. Oh my god. Oh man, that's... Alternative balancing making the melee combat more tedious is exactly the opposite of what I want. So that might be a very good thing that I didn't turn it on then. Ignore wolves and open inventory. Is the game are they gonna like, glitch out and stop attacking me?
There aren't many travelers now that the orcs are here. Have you lost your way, or are you headed for the village?
I'm headed for the village.
I'm headed for the village.
Ah, looking for work, are you?
Depends on the work.
The mercenaries in the village are bound to need more people, provided you know how to wield a weapon.
Show me your goods.
Show me your goods.
Eh. I also just noticed that the community patch added a range stat. 84, 82. 155. Yeah, this scythe might actually be more useful just by virtue of being able to have extended range.
What are you doing here?
I'm a hunter, but times are tough. Too many wolves and not enough game. Luckily, the orcs gave me a really good price for wolf skins.
Could you teach me how to hunt?
Of course I could. But what's in it for me?
What do you need?
Bring me 10 wolf skins that I can sell. The orcs in Cape Dun have plenty. And then I'll show you how to hunt.
Wait, did he just, like, tell me to go steal pelts? Steal or buy pelts? I don't even understand this guy's logic. Like, these quest trainers, or these skill trainers, every single one of them gives you a tedious fetch quest before they'll start training you. But, like, what's in it for me? I will pay you to teach me these things. You're gonna make me pay to teach you anyway. Why do you need me to get pelts? Like, I understand if you're a hunter and you can sell pelts or whatever, but you don't need me to get you pelts. That's just like stupid, kind of dumb game design. Yeah, your points about the story are spot on. You know, Gothic 1 and 2 sort of painted a picture of this being some sort of epic war with the orcs. You know, and the situation is dire and everyone's on the verge of death and the city has fallen. The orcs have overruled the country, and then you get here and it's like the orcs don't really do anything. Everyone just kind of stands around whatever, and like the orcs don't care that there's a random human running around. The slaves just kind of work, and it's like it doesn't really depict a war or like oppression or anything like that. Like they could have done some really dark things with the story. Like they could have turned it into a sort of like a World War II concentration camp situation where the humans are now being forced to work under extremely dire situations, just like the Nazis were doing to folks in World War II. You know, that's just an example off the top of my head about, you know, something that they could have done. There could have been actual battles being fought as opposed to just like one nameless hero character fighting a bunch of things to liberate the city and then having a bunch of orc or human rebels move in to then like kind of claim the city. It's just all, it misses the mark on the premise that was set by the previous games and also the potential that could have been
Grant me power over
based on the
spirit and
game
body.
itself.
Grant me.
I also hate that the orcs are like, they look like Shrek now. In Gothic 1 and 2, they were a primitive tribal society, and they lived in wigwams, and they wore like loincloths and Roman gladiator armor, and they spoke a guttural language, and very few of them could even speak English. And now they all wear like this much more advanced armor, and they have more human-like traits and habits, like standing guard outside of a town and sitting on thrones, and they all talk English, and they look like Shrek, and it's just dumb. These orcs are basically Klingons. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, new face. I'm a mercenary. My name is Silas.
I am.
That's not how
Another
you say
poor
your name.
devil just trying to get by.
Your name is
I
Silas.
know what it's like. It's the same with all of us. Report to Buford. Maybe he's got some work for you. If I'm lucky, you'll get my job.
Big Buford.
Who is Buford?
He's the boss here, at least of us mercenaries. So if you aren't exactly an orc and belong to Uruk, he's
No,
your
his name
only
is
chance to
Uruk.
get a foot in the door here. You'll find
This
him
guy
at the
doesn't know
end
how
of
to
the main
pronounce any
street.
names.
He's usually standing outside his hut.
Also, why does all of the armor in this game look so ridiculous?
What are you doing here?
I have to watch these slaves. One of them ran off not too long ago. Since then, we can't leave the slaves unguarded for a moment.
What's in the city?
City? Cape Dun may be a lot of things, but it sure isn't a city. There isn't even a decent bar here. But at least there's work to be had. You'll be all right.
Getting close to another level up. What am I at? 5 ancient knowledge. The slaves run off and he's standing like right over here, just around the corner. I just realized that. Yeah, that's completely dumb logic that they didn't even have to guard the slaves before. Like, what the hell?
What? Who? What do you want? Go away.
Why are you running around here?
Why are you running around here?
Relax, friend. I'm only looking for plants.
Plants, is it? Got anything worth mentioning?
How about some swamp
I
weed?
have a few healing plants. You wouldn't happen to carry a piece of roast meat by any chance?
Sure. Here, take this.
Sure. Here, take this.
Cool. Thanks, man. Here are the healing plants. We would make a great team, you and I.
How can I find plants here?
Oh, that's easy, provided you know where to look.
Like where, for instance?
On mountainsides. If you're really lucky, you can find whole fields of plants sometimes.
You don't look like an herbalist.
All right, stranger, you win. I'm a slave. I made it out of Cape Dun. You found me, but you shouldn't make any rash decisions.
I'm not sure. I know, like, you kind of get the option. You can either, I think you can turn him into the orcs or help him escape or whatever. I'm assuming there's like a reward for turning him in. Oh, there's 3 of them. That's great. Oh, they're coming up here.
More of the beasts.
I didn't think they could. I can't see anything. Yo, Herrick's about to die. This is supposed to be the patched version of the game, and yet he's like just getting destroyed because, oh my gosh. Can you please run? Why is it when I press the shift key he starts walking? And now I'm about to die. Now Herrick's about to die.
Creature.
How did Herrick take so little damage? His life is worth 1/3 of a water mage. I don't know what that means. Yay, random rewards. Oh my goodness, this guy, he just turned into Speedy Gonzales. Okay, that makes sense. So, I guess that's the thing to like prevent entire towns from getting destroyed by wild boars. Cause like I remember that was a thing where you could lure, like if you were attacked by wild boars outside Reddick, it would send you into the thing, or if you ran in there, then they would just destroy everyone. Yeah, I kind of skimmed through the video, and it looks like the remaster that he's talking about, Centaur, with all that stuff, it looks really interesting, but it also looks like a lot of it It's pretty game altering and takes it really far away from vanilla. And so I'm probably not going to mess with all of that stuff because I do want to stay pretty close to the vanilla game for review purposes. So maybe like down the road I'll try that out, but for now I think I'm just going to kind of stick with the normal game. Nothing else back here. I'm about to start lowering graphics settings, man, because I'm just getting tired of all the constant frame rate drops to 15 randomly. I have to restart the game. What? What did I do that would cause a restart? Shadow quality? Well, what's weird is I feel like I was getting better frame rate and performance before I installed the 1.75 patch. So it's just the Steam version. I was at like 60 frames per second, and occasionally it would dip to 45, but now I'm at like the 30, and then it drops down to 15. And you know, a lot of that I think is just the constant loading of the game world in the background. But I'm just like, man, the stuttering on the variable frame rate is killing my eyes.
Hey, you. You look like you could use a few extra pieces of gold.
Well, sure, who couldn't?
Who are you?
A Hashishin, a servant of Beliar. I come from the south, from beyond your borders. I have come to your country to offer the orcs my services as a slave hunter.
You're enslaving humans for the orcs?
It's a job like any other. Just recently, I even sold the orcs a real paladin.
You sold a paladin to the orcs?
He's up in the lighthouse. The orcs are interrogating him. He fetched a decent price here, but his equipment was worthless. Some broken armor, a worthless chalice, and a few odds and ends.
What do you expect me to do in return for your gold?
One of my slaves has escaped. Harek, that mangy mutt. I can't leave here, and I need someone to go and catch him for me. What about you? You don't look like you're the squeamish sort.
What became of the captured paladin's equipment?
It's with Urkras. He gave me a measly 50 gold coins for it.
50 bucks? Wow.
I will catch Herrick for you. Where is he?
If I knew that, I would have brought him back, wouldn't I? He's probably still in the vicinity. Someone may have seen him outside of town.
A slave hunter's life seems to have its merits.
Help me, and I might tell you more about it.
Yeah, whatever. Now, like, the music for Cape Dun, this is good music. This is like the Kairos and Krons stuff that I like. Unlike, there's a lot of stuff that he wrote for this game that just feels too over the top. Where it's like, kind of gets repetitive and obnoxious over time and after a while. Whereas this is like, kind of much more atmospheric and ambience and therefore works better.
I've never seen you around here. What do you want?
What are you doing here?
I am the town alchemist, and I'm very busy.
Sell me your potions.
Do I look like I would sell my goods to just anyone? You will have to do something for that, Master of Audacity.
Every single character in this game.
What do you want?
I need a bag of ingredients for my work. Fetch me a dozen healing plants, and maybe we can get into business.
Where can I find healing plants?
Look up by the lighthouse. I saw some there yesterday.
Here are the healing plants you asked for.
Yes, and I can really use them.
Teach me something about alchemy.
Let's see. You installed the player kit, system pack, and a mod. I am not totally sure. Have you completely removed, like, everything from the system folders? Like, there's no leftover files or things from the mod, or trying to uninstall everything. So when I ran Gothic 1, I think I just did the Steam version of Gothic, and then the system pack and player kit, and then the DirectX 11 mod, and that worked pretty well. Until eventually the DX11 mod crapped out. And then I had to uninstall the DX11 mod, but I'm not sure what to do about your case if the uninstalling the mod is causing issues now.
Sell me your potions.
Fine. Let me see your gold, then.
Too hard. Here it says something about alchemy.
So you completely uninstalled and removed everything, and then basically just tried to start over from scratch, and now it's suddenly not working? And it was all working fine before you installed the mod, right? Because if it was working fine before, then I have no idea why uninstalling everything would, and starting from scratch would not fix the problem. That's like completely bizarre to me. Usually, like, that's supposed to be the hardcore brute force way to fix a problem, you know, is to just remove everything and start over. Okay, see, look, the audio balancing is ridiculous in this, because the Cape Dun track is so much quieter. It's so low in the mix that I can barely hear it over the ambient noises of, like, sawing wood and hammering and torches burning. And then as soon as I step outside, I just get blasted with music. And this is the quiet part of this song. And like normally I'm all for high dynamic range and musical compositions, but like in a video game I'd like a little bit more control over the mix.
Here. This should be enough wolf skins.
Huh. Rather decent quality. I'm sure they'll fetch a good price. I will teach you how to hunt if you like.
The only other thing I could suggest for Gothic 1 is to maybe try the DirectX 11 mod, because that seemed to do a lot to help me. Like, that got the game running a lot smoother, better frame rate, stabler performance, better graphics and everything. So if you do like install the Steam version and then do the system pack and player kit, and then the DX11 mod, that might help. One of those things, I think maybe it's the player kit, something was supposed to have sort of an unofficial patch in it. Like, there's supposed to be something that patched the game up to version 1.7 or 1.8 or 1.08K or something like that. I want to say it was like 1.08J or 1.08K. So there might be like some sort of unofficial patch somewhere that might be missing or that might help out.
Are you in charge here?
Yes, but only over the mercenaries. The orcs are the masters of the city. But it's not so bad living as a mercenary for the orcs. What about you? I can use a strong fellow like you.
What if I wanted to join the mercenaries?
Right. Listen. Your reputation is your hardest currency with the orcs. An orc sits at the top of every city in the kingdom. Here in Cape Dun, that's Uric. If you can get the orcs to let you talk to the top orc, you've got it made. The alchemist is very happy with you. Not bad. Jens the Hunter says you're useful.
How do I increase my reputation with the orcs?
Make yourself useful. Show the orcs that you've got it, even though you're only a human. Very simple. Eventually, you'll be admitted to Uric's presence. I'll be following your exploits. You dealt with Ortega's bandits. That was quite a feat. I'll give you a bonus for that.
What? Apparently that was a quest from somebody here.
What have you got for me to do?
There are a lot of hungry wolves roaming around outside the city. Now and then, they like to eat a couple of slaves. This makes the orcs angry.
This guy almost sounds like Ron Perlman.
The hungry wolves are history.
You took care of the wolves? Not bad. Here's your pay.
I need this guy to say, war. War never changes.
How else can I be of use?
Talk to Deckard the quartermaster. He always has something to do. Besides that, you can get new equipment from him.
Where can I find Deckard the quartermaster?
Where can I find Deckard the quartermaster?
Go towards the lighthouse. We have a small hut behind Ukras's large warehouse. Our quartermaster keeps an eye on our stuff there. No. We do not know if we can trust you.
He just says no. My character doesn't even ask, are the orcs pleased with me? Buford just goes, no.
No. We do not know if we can trust you.
Oh, that's funny. Actually, let me ask if he'll teach me how to fight. He'll probably send me on some inane quest.
Would you teach me how to fight?
Oh, he does. Look at that. He just teaches me. Maybe like he wanted me to kill Ortega or do some of those other quests first, though. In terms of the access violation error with Gothic 1, and that's exactly what I thought the system pack was supposed to fix. Oh, hello. There might be some trick to, like, running the game in administrator mode and with Windows XP compatibility mode. Those things sometimes help, but I don't know if that would be the case with Gothic 1. I have a suspicion that there's supposed to be like another goblet somewhere. I only got 3. Maybe 3 was all I was supposed to get.
Hey, you! Come here. My goods still haven't arrived. What is it you mercenaries actually do all day?
But...
Silence! I want you to bring my goods back to me. And you better not come here again before you do.
What goods are you waiting for?
3 large packages with my name on them! Big, sturdy wooden crates. You stupid mercenaries let those lousy bandits on the coast steal them! My goods are bound to still be there. Go and get them!
Yeah, I hope it works out for you. I don't know if anything I said will help, but... I kind of had a bit of an issue with it myself, and then it just... kind of lucked out and got everything working.
Do you still have the stuff from the captured paladin?
Yeah, a bunch of useless
I hope it goes well for you,
and a
though.
strange chalice.
Can I have the chalice?
100 gold coins.
Sell me the captured paladin's chalice.
Here, I can't do anything with it anyway.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
You take what you like, just like a thief. And I like that. Would you be interested in a job?
What's it pay and what does it involve?
What sort of job?
There are a couple of golden goblets in Urkras's warehouse. They want to use them to pay for new slaves. If you see to it that they disappear, I will teach you how to pick locks.
I have made the golden goblets disappear.
I knew that would appeal to you.
Well, you can exchange the golden goblets for lots of gold coin with any merchant.
Good. And if you're still looking for a job, go to Ardea. Jack the Tower Guard collected a fat lump of gold from the rebels.
I see. Tell me more about thieves.
We are everywhere and nowhere, always on the lookout for an opportunity. We usually know where there is good stuff to be had, and we also like selling our knowledge.
How nice.
Isn't it? That's why I became a thief.
How do I recognize one of you?
You will only recognize men of my stripe if you ask the right questions.
Just the sort of answer I expected. Why should I steal for you, if you don't even want the booty?
We thieves are always on the lookout for people who have a better command of our craft than we do. Who knows? Maybe I could learn something from you.
I doubt it. I'm level 8. I have 0 skill in anything at all.
Teach me.
He does not want the booty. Pick difficult locks requires 30 thieving. I certainly do not have enough for that. I kind of like to get the thieving skill up, but I need like another 1,000 XP before I can get the whatever that learning skill is.
I would turn right around and get out of here if I were you.
Why?
There's nothing going on here, man. No gold, no women, and we're out of booze more often than not. Can you imagine guard duty with no booze? The only entertainment we ever get is the arena fights up by the tower.
What would you rather do besides being on guard duty at night?
Wage a hefty battle against that bandit scum. That's what I would like.
What exactly do you mean?
Never heard of Ortega? He's the boss of the bandits in the coastal region. Tough bunch, those bandits. I would just love to sort them out.
Too bad, I already did.
Ortega is dead.
What? Really? Too bad. And I thought we were only just getting started. Oh well, it's back to the Night Watch then, I guess.
Do you always whine like that?
Give me a bottle of booze and the two of us will be the best of friends. Deckard won't part with anything, that skinflint.
Here, I've got a bottle of booze for you.
Thanks, man. That hits the spot.
All right.
All right. That's like the most awkward way to end a conversation. Thanks, that hits the spot. All right. It's like an alien robot.
You haven't been around long, have you? Listen up, then. Whenever you need something, you come to me. The orcs don't trade with just anyone, understand?
I see.
Some problems solve themselves.
Buford sent me. He says that you should equip me.
He says that, huh? Doesn't sound like Buford at all. There's nothing to be had here for free, you know. First, you work for me, and then we can talk equipment.
Do you have work for me?
Sure. You can run a few errands for me right away. I need some healing potions. 3 should be enough. It's been rather quiet lately here in Cape Dun, but it can't hurt to be prepared.
Just stop screwing around.
Thank you. That's enough for now. If you need equipment, you know where to find me.
I need some.
Look at
get anywhere.
Tedious and dull. Fetch quests.
As if it were so easy.
You really think?
I'll think about it.
Anything is possible.
As if it were so easy.
This light orc mercenary armor would be kind of nice to have.
I know, man, I know.
Sure, why not?
You really think?
You better stay out of it.
As if I don't already have enough problems.
You should probably do it yourself.
You have to watch what you say.
If he goes on like that, he'll never get anywhere.
That's just going to cause more trouble, I think.
I'll think about it.
Alright, so before I go much further, I want to
Sure, why not?
go back to Reddick
You have to watch what you say.
and get that learning spell. As of right now, I think I'm at 6 or 7 hours total in Gothic 3 on this playthrough. I played a couple of times before though, so I don't really know how much I've played total. So far, I've really only explored the immediate area around Ardea, like around this area, and then kind of come down to Cape Dun.
Here is something about the ancient magic.
Teach me. You aren't ready for that. Good. Good. That. Carry. Good. Good.
It's all so expensive.
You aren't ready. That.
I want to learn faster.
Of course you do. You are an inquisitive man. So, use your time and use your head. It isn't there just to hold up your helmet.
Now I have a brain. That's exciting.
Enos. Grant me the power of your blessing.
Looks like I'm going mage route after all. Yeah. I really miss like Gothic 1, how something mechanically simple like I want to learn a new circle of magic, and then Satyrus would have like multiple sentences about the importance of magic and the meaning of how what you're learning would impact your studies and like your abilities and so on, whereas in this game it's just kind of like, yeah, here you go. Well, you are in for a treat if you can get Gothic 1 working. Gothic 1 and 2 are some of the best action-adventure RPGs ever made. Gothic 3 is kind of disappointing in a lot of ways. But Gothic 1 and 2 are absolutely top-notch games.
I heard you took gold from the rebels.
Yes. I think I can trust you with this. They were here and asked me to let them know as soon as I see another ship. I think they're still hopeful that help will come from the sea someday.
Give me the rebels' gold.
Yes, all right. What's an old sailor to do with that much gold? But promise me you won't squander it.
I played Risen 1 before I started writing reviews on the blog, so I haven't really cataloged my thoughts on it anywhere. I only played Risen 1 once, and that was like 2009, right when it was released. So I don't remember too much about it, other than at the time I liked it a lot more than Gothic 3, because it felt more like Gothic 1. And I remember kind of liking the faction system. I thought it was kind of interesting in that game, and like the combat system was pretty good. But I also remember the second half being kind of underwhelming, because it just kind of turned into like a quick dungeon crawl, like chain gunning through ruins. And like with lizardmen pasted all over the map, so kind of once you got into the second half of the game, it just kind of started falling a little flat. Hey, good night, man. Hope you get Gothic 1 working. I'm in the process of kind of playing through all or most of the Piranha Bytes games right now, so I already did Gothic 1 and 2, and now I'm doing at least part of Gothic 3. Like, I don't really know if I intend to play Gothic 3 in its entirety, because I don't really want to, because this game is really long, and the world is so big with so much to do in it, and a lot of it's kind of tedious filler content that I feel like playing it in its entirety would just be kind of a tedious waste of time. So I'm really just trying to get gameplay footage and refresh my memory on things, that way I can make a video review of one of the articles that I wrote last year. And, you know, just kind of refresh my memory to think of anything else I might want to add on to that review. But once I finish this, I'll be replaying Risen 1 and streaming it, recording it, and doing a full, proper review on it. Then I'll might skip Risen 2, because that game was kind of disappointing too. Although it at least had some interesting things in it, and it's not a huge bloated mess like Gothic 3 is, so... Actually, no, wait, I should probably play Gothic 4, or Arcania, whatever it's called, just because I've never actually played it. You know, kind of see how bad it is. I don't even know who made it. I don't think it was maybe it was Spellbound. Well, Spellbound, they did Forsaken Gods. Did they also do Arcania? Oh wait, that's not who I wanted. This guy is the Rebel Connection. Maybe I'll save him for last. Yeah, Arcania with that capital A on the end. It was called something stupid when it first came out, like Gothic 4 Arcania, a Gothic story or something like that. Oh, okay. Forsaken Gods was Trine. So, someone, like, refresh my memory on this, sort of the timeline of events. Piranhabytes made Gothic 3 with Joe Wood, and then they kind of split. So then Joe Wood hires Trine to make Forsaken Gods, and then hires... Was it Joe Wood who published Gothic 4, Arcania, whatever? And then somehow Spellbound got involved in developing... Ooh. That was nice. Then somehow Spellbound got involved in developing the patches and doing some sort of patchwork for Gothic 3? Yeah, being a mage really is the way to go in this game. I hate to say it, but like... the melee combat is just kind of broken all around, and the archery, while a significant improvement in terms of like fun and complexity from the previous games, is just kind of not feasible in a lot of cases when you're fighting hordes of enemies, and also it's kind of boring and repetitive to just kite enemies while backpedaling and shooting them. And so I guess part of the deal with Spellbound hiring, or Joe Wood hiring Spellbound to do Arcania, was that they would also help touch up Gothic 3. Because apparently Spellbound is credited in like the Steam version of the patches. I only ever played the demo of Arcania, and I remember thinking that it was just... obviously not a Gothic game at all, but like they had... it really was just bare bones. It was like, here's a really basic framework for quests and exploration and combat. Go. You know? Earlier I was fighting some bandits and then a horde of wolves showed up, and this is when I was still kind of thinking I would go with the archery route, and after standing there for like a minute just trying to shoot everything with the bow, I said screw it, and I equipped the flame wave spell, and that just destroyed everything immediately. So that was kind of when I said, screw it, I'll just go the mage route again like I always do. And here we also see how, like, kind of broken the pole arms are, because... why can't I hit this deer? Screw it. Because the pole arms have the superior range, so you can actually hit stuff, instead of enemies being able to sort of easily and casually back away out of your range. And it's also got that super powerful spin move that just, like... wallops the enemies. Bam! Alright, get out of this. Switch to weapon. Oh, they interrupted me. Ow! Stop shooting me. Goodness gracious. About to die.
Stop right there. Oh! No!
That's not the attack I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do, but I also kind of wanted it to connect. What? Come on. Because it's kind of ridiculous that against most human enemies, like, you can just kind of slowly backpedal while knocking an arrow and they can't hit you. Maybe they get a hit in every now and then, but like, this is dumb. And this is with the community patch that supposedly fixes the game. This is with the alternative AI. And, like, this is also, if you're the bandit, if you're, like, a melee character trying to track down a ranged character who's doing this to you, it's, like, the exact same issue. Where you just really can't hit them. Because the attacks are so slow and clunky that they always back out of the way. Man, that's so dumb. Goods delivery. Was I supposed to also keep moving while opening the inventory? Because that didn't seem to do anything helpful. Is it supposed to, like, soft pause the game or something? Because I never thought it did that. Now, supposedly, we're both playing 1.75. Yeah, it might be the alternative AI then, because that's what I'm using. Oh my god, the game crashed. Game does not like it when I Alt-Tab. Okay, so I gotta reboot it now. I have no other patches installed other than the 1.75 community patch. I know there's like the quest pack and the content mod and all these other things, but I want to try to stay close to vanilla to be able to review the game, basically. Trying to review the game based on what Piranha Bytes, maybe not necessarily intended, but the product that they put out, you know? I was trying not to use any community patches at all, but apparently the Steam version does have 1.6 installed. And then I tried doing just my plain vanilla disc version of it, and then that was such a broken mess that I literally couldn't even play it. And then I tried going back to the Steam version with 1.6, and I was still getting really frustrated by the broken combat. So I just said, fine, I'll install the community patch. And my goodness, these load screens take forever. Alright, let's try this again. I missed. Ah! Got a ways to go before my next level up.
I think this stuff belongs to you.
Well then, give it here. Good. What else do you want? Go on, beat it!
What about my reward?
Reward? All right, here. Take this gold. And now, beat it!
That's just going to cost.
Show me your goods.
As if it were so easy.
Really
those bandits not drop any weapons? Did I just not pick them up?
That's just going to cause. I'll think about it.
Well, I have a little bit of, like, maybe 15 minutes of footage from when I did the boxed version. So I could maybe upload that to YouTube. I could actually, maybe could upload it to Twitch, but... Like, it was just so bad. The frame rate was terrible, and I couldn't even play it. I think there was some sort of patch that you needed to install back in the day to make the engine use your system memory correctly. Because, like, there's something stupid where it would, if you had more than 2 gigabytes of memory, it would, or maybe more than a gig or something like that, it would just act as if you had like a fraction of that and do something stupid and then just not work and crash all the time. But again, that's where like all of the old stuff from when the game was originally released is so hard to find and get working. Because pretty much everyone and everything has moved past that. Yeah, that's kind of surprising too. I liked Elix a lot, but even then, like, that game still has kind of a lot of artifacts and limitations from this engine that are kind of shocking, and you gotta wonder, like, why is that the case, and why are they still running with this thing? Arok.
Are you here to fight in the arena?
Yeah, sure.
I want to fight in the arena.
Fine. I will send you an easy opponent first. If you manage to defeat him, we can talk again.
Defeat Fatty. I gotta beat Fatty.
Hey, folks! There's a fight!
Yo. Why you gotta do this to me? There we go. I just got my butt kicked.
I'm sure you have gold with you. The weapon belongs
Hey!
to you
Now hold up. We're in a freaking arena. This is supposed to be like an honorable duel. You're not supposed to be able to steal my gold and my weapons. This guy's not playing by the rules. I can kind of see where they're coming from with saying that hiring too many people was like a waste, though. Because on the one hand, like, a smaller team is, I feel, like, able to coordinate with each other better. Because when you have a team of like 100 plus spread out over multiple departments, it seems like it would be easy to kind of lose things in between, like communicating between departments, and you know, it seems like it would be able to have that. It would lose the handcrafted feeling and gain more of like an assembly line production feel. So I kind of see where they're coming from with that statement. Really, I think it would be better to have like a small team, but then just give them more time and money to work on the product. Because it seems like with every game that they've put out, especially lately, it's like a lot of really good ideas in them, but then they're just kind of a little bit sloppy in the execution, and there's a lot of little things that probably could have been improved if they just had more time to kind of iron out the kinks and develop the games better.
Hey, folks, there's a fight.
I'm leaving the arena. I already knocked him out of the arena. I should have won. What is this?
Get on with it.
This game makes no sense. Alright. Since he tried to take my gold and all of my weapons, I'm taking all of his stuff. Yeah, apparently I'm the only one who gets penalized if I leave the arena. That's ridiculous that this guy he was literally standing like right here. And I was standing here and they're yelling at me for almost leaving the arena. Give me a break. Where's a bed? I need to heal. Why is there no bed in here? Oh, I'm about to die right now. Damn it! Oh, my dumbass just... Ah! Have I mentioned that I hate this game?
Then show. Hey, folks, there's a fight. Remember to block.
Why does he sometimes not do the thing I want him to do?
Don't put up with that.
I hold right click, and then I left click, and then he does that. I want to do the spin attack. It's like sometimes the game registers a short click as a long click, and I don't know how to not have it do. It's jeez. I mean, it worked, but man, why is it so inconsistent in how it reads the inputs? No, but seriously though, where's a nearby bed? Buford. I will sleep in your bed. Ah. Yeah, pretty much every town has an arena, doesn't it? Like, every rebel outpost has an arena, every orc town has an arena. Pretty much every town actually has, like, the same structure and format where it's like there's an alchemist, a blacksmith, you know, different types of trainers, and each one requires you to get some number of items loosely related to their profession.
So don't get too cocky.
You know, there's an arena, etc., etc.
If you want.
Send me an opponent.
Give me an opponent.
You are enter.
I'm gonna fight his best fighter. What?
Here,
how did that not register? I am blocking. Apparently not. I'm holding right click, but my character is not blocking. What the hell? Why do the inputs just not work? I really wish the load screens didn't take a minute and a half. Give me an opponent.
Give me an...
You are... And...
Darmok.
Come here. Hey, folks, there's a fight.
Alright, so if I attack, if I hold right click and then do an attack, it does not put me back into defensive mode even though I'm still holding the right click button. I've also found out that I have to be extremely light. What? How did he beat me? I feel like I had 5 opportunities to beat him where I just needed one more hit and then he kept interrupting every little thing I did. Man, I hate this game so much. It's just constant frustration due to elements that feel like they're beyond gameplay control. I have no intention of ever playing Forsaken Gods, I think. But I watched the Derman Paradox video on YouTube, And man, there's some really wonky stuff in that game. Just like the way they portray the nameless hero in the story is completely bonkers.
But I...
Come here, boys. There's a fight.
I'm glad I could start this fight off by getting comboed and losing 80% of my health right at the start. Off to a great start with this fight. Ah! I also love how I have to sit through a 90-second load screen every time I lose a fight because they steal my weapon and my money. So it's like I can't even just get back up and retry the fight because I don't have my damn weapon anymore. That's terrible design. This is an honorable arena. They should not be able to steal my stuff. Hell, in Gothic 2, when you fight Ulrich in the arena, there's a big deal about, hey, give me my sword back if you take his sword. And he doesn't take your crap if he beats you up. They had it right in Gothic 2. Why did they make it worse in Gothic 3? Realistically, that actually applies to a lot of things. There's a lot of things that were great in Gothic 1 and 2 that somehow they just completely messed up in Gothic 3.
You...
Give me... Come here, boy.
Why does my attack not register?
What a hit!
Why does that attack register?
Watch out!
He hit me like after his animation finished.
What a hit! Keep at it!
How does my double spin not hit and then he hits me? Like, even with the community patch, this combat system is broken.
Watch out!
How does that attack not hit?
Defend yourself!
Alright, so of course I gotta steal your stuff because you keep stealing mine. Quick save.
I won.
Yes, you fought well. Nobody else wants to go up against you.
Next time,
You are the
won't get up so
champion.
easily.
Do I get a prize?
Yes, this sword. Wear it with pride, for it is a good blade.
Got a broadsword. It's not bad.
First a break.
Well, were you playing with the alternative AI? Because if not, then yeah, you could just spam those clicks. I think the alternative AI does something where it like Volvadrix is saying, it like gives them hyper armor where it ignores hits and lets them kind of counterattack for extra damage or something like that. You know, they were trying to stop the whole left click or right click spam, which, you know, is one of those things where it's like noble intentions, but the execution ends up not being quite right. Because you go from having tedious stun lock issues to having like unintuitive immersion breaking issues where you're standing right in front of a guy and you smack him multiple times with a weapon and he doesn't react at all.
Stop! Not one step further.
Let me pass.
You can go in.
What? That was weird. I think there's supposed to be like a thing where my reputation is... I have to have a certain reputation to go in there, but there was no mention of that at all since I went there after presumably already having enough reputation. Stop! You can't go in. Let me in. Okay. It's so weird. And now the music has changed.
There's nothing new here.
Heavy chest. I would like to access the heavy chest. So item 3 in the progression sequence is a bone bow. I mean, the open lock spell maybe is kind of useful.
What do you want? Oh no. Not again. Please. You aren't an orc. How did you get in here?
I am working with the orcs.
Who are you?
My name is Wenzel. I am a paladin and come from Montera. I fought against the orcs there.
What happened in Montera?
One morning, shortly before dawn, the orcs surrounded the city. And that was that. Almost half of us were killed. All the rest were enslaved.
That's right, I remember. There was a flame sword, like right... The blacksmith, right after you liberate Ardea, had a flame sword. And it was relatively affordable. And it was just insanely good. And so you could buy that flame sword and then you'd be basically set for the early stages of the game, even most of the game, really. That's right, I'd forgotten about that.
Where is this Montera?
In the north. You must cross the mountains that separate the coast from the interior to get there.
I rescued your chalice.
Well done. I am proud of you. The chalice must be taken to the fire mages. It is a fire chalice. Very rare and extremely valuable. Alas, I don't know anything else about the thing.
Why are you a prisoner and not a slave?
One of their slave hunters dragged me here and sold me to the orcs. Since then, the orcs have come every day and interrogated me. They want me to betray the location of the rebel camp Reddick.
Can they not find Reddick? If they just walk out the gate to Cape Dun and basically just go straight, maybe hang slightly to the left, it's like it's right there. I found it just by wandering around.
What do you know about Reddick?
Reddick is the only refuge for us rebels here on the coast. I would sooner die than tell anyone where my brothers are hiding.
Where can I find rebels besides in Reddick?
They are everywhere. Throughout the land, there are groups opposing the orcs. They hide in the woods, in caves, or in the cliffs. The orcs will never find them all. We will only rest when our kingdom is once again free.
Let's liberate the city.
There are many who propose to do that with me.
And?
You are the first whom I trust to succeed. But nevertheless, it will be awfully difficult for just the two of us. Think hard about it.
We don't need any help. Let's fight now! I actually don't want to do that yet. So I want to get that... ooh! I have a level up. I can do a thing. Flame Wave. Man, it takes 75 mana. Do I even have that much mana? Oh, I have 100, okay. Am I supposed to have any sort of... I thought I was supposed to be able to do something with a Herrick, like... Maybe that only happens after I liberate the town? Or I get him to join the liberation after I officially, like, start rounding up recruits or something? Where's Philly Boy at?
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen anyone shoveling pig manure before? And drop that silly grin. Understand?
Why don't you do something other than shoveling manure?
Why? The orcs made me do it. I told you to wipe that stupid grin off your face.
You weren't always a swineherd, were you?
Who among us is what he was before the war? Ask all the humans who refused to give up. I belonged to the militia of this city before the war. Enos knows I would give anything for the good old days.
You belong to the rebel underground.
Rebels. I hate that word. We are simple citizens, trying not to be subjugated in our own country.
Javier.
Javier sent me.
So, you've already been to Reddock as well? It's good to know that Reddock still exists. Thanks for the news.
How can I support you?
Life out here is not without its dangers.
So, who should I kill?
No, you should get us weapons. Nothing special, just 3 bundles of weapons.
I have your 3 bundles of weapons here.
Ah, good. That's great. Thanks. Here, I'll pay you for them.
You're a slave. How do you have 200 gold?
When will the revolution begin?
We won't manage it alone. The orcs outnumber us. A very powerful paladin named Wenzel is being held prisoner up in the lighthouse. With his support, I would take the risk of attacking the orcs here in Cape Dun.
I talked to Wenzel.
Excellent. And? Will he help with the revolution?
I assume so.
Very good. Then go and make him your comrade in arms. I shall mobilize the rest of the city. We will help you when you take the battle to the orcs.
How exactly does this revolution work?
As soon as you start fighting the orcs, we will know that the time has come. And remember, we only have a chance of success if you kill the leader of the orcs in the city.
I see.
Alright, but before I do that... Wait, no, I don't need to go here. I need to go to Ardea, that's where the shrine to Enos is.
Still, I don't like it at all.
And I think the blacksmith right here
You'd better go
is the one who would sell a flame sword. Well, there's supposed to be a blacksmith over here. Where is he? That's weird. There's supposed to be a blacksmith over here. It's like a merchant, and you could buy stuff from him. And I thought he was the one that had that flaming sword.
Better stay out of it.
Enos,
Cut it out. It's bad enough as it is.
grant me the power of your blessing.
Sure, why not?
Grant me...
Give me Flame Wave. How much do I need for Fire Rain?
I'm not ready for that.
100? Wow. So I got Flame Wave, that's pretty cool.
Grant me magic power.
Cut it out. It's bad enough as it is.
If he goes on like that, he'll never get anywhere.
Cut it out. It's bad enough as it is.
Alright, I think that's about all I really want to do. Maybe I should go buy some mana potions or something. I don't have much money though. Spending like all of my money buying freaking upgrades.
Are you serious?
What? What's my spell book at? B. B is the key. I can cast one Flame Wave with my current mana bar. Show me your goods.
Show me your goods.
He's got 4. Jeez, it's gonna cost me $1,000 to get just 4 mana potions. Holy crap. Show me your goods.
Show me your...
Let me go without it. Alright, let's go liberate this town. Maybe I'll buy some armor before I do that. I got 4,700 bucks. Wow. Everything is so expensive. I can't even afford this? Holy cow. If I sell a few things, I can get up there.
You're all right.
I'll have $780. Let me just get the leather guard.
You're all right.
This is weird. Now I have a little bit of defense. Ooh. How did I not realize I had that? Wait a minute, this is the leather garb? This looks nothing like what I bought. I thought the leather garb was gonna look like what these guys are wearing. Doesn't this icon look more like that? What Sarek is wearing? Saruk. What I'm wearing looks like light orc mercenary armor to me. Ah, whatever. Got these baggy pants and this poofy shoulders and tiny little boots. If I liberate this town, are the orcs gonna turn hostile? Because I want to get, like, I want to do one liberation at least, so that way I can kind of get the ball rolling on what, like, what this content is like for review footage, but maybe you don't want to piss off all the orcs yet.
The underground will support us. Let's fight now.
Then what are we waiting for? Follow me. I will fight to the death.
Alright, Wenzel cleans up. They just immediately aggro? Like they somehow knew that we were about to start fighting. Oh my god, the frame rate is at 10. What? What happened? I tried to cast Flame Wave, and I think it used my mana, but then didn't cast it. It's like it used all of my mana for the cast to start the animation, and then the animation got interrupted, and then I didn't get to cast it. So it's like I did 2% of the animation, and it used 100% of the mana cost. That's dumb. This was my last quick save? Are you kidding me? Oh, see now I gotta sit through another 90-second load screen? Because my quick save was further back than my hard save? I hate this game so much. It really should not take 90 seconds to load into the game with a solid state drive and a crap ton of virtual memory and I guess I shouldn't say virtual memory, but you know, DDR4 RAM or whatever I have. I got 8 gigs of RAM. Solid state drive. Got an 8-core CPU. Why does it take so long to load a game from 2006? Even if the world is huge.
You're all right.
What is this? Strength? That's kind of cool. There we go. Quick save. Or should I say slow save?
Then I will.
Go for it, Wenzel. Kick our butts. I would just like to exit, please.
Stop right there, Mora.
Yep. So it uses all of my mana, and if I get tickled with by an enemy, then the spell gets interrupted and I do 0 anything. Effectively wasting my entire mana bar. Ah. It should really be a thing where it only uses the mana if you actually cast the spell. So if you are winding up the animation and you get interrupted, it should not use the mana. Alright, let's do this.
You will die.
Now it's your turn.
Stop right there, Mora.
Are you kidding? I'm behind a freaking pile of wood, and they... I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes just trying to cast one stupid spell because of the load screens and the interrupted spell casting. I bought Flame Wave specifically for AoE purposes, and I can't use the damn spell.
What do you want?
Alright, Wenzel, you go and aggro all of them. They're coming for me anyway. How do they know? How do they know? Why? Oh my god. This game is ridiculous. I'm gonna die. I'm getting shot by somebody. Now I don't have enough mana to do a damn flame wave. And Wenzel died. That's great.
Stop right there.
It's beginning to look like I can't even liberate the city because everything is just gonna... is not gonna die, basically.
This fight won't take long.
Why is my character spinning? I can't move. I can only jump. Well, this is great. Even if I were doing great and wanted to keep playing on this run, I'm stuck. I am glitched. My character is spinning and I literally cannot move. Fantastic. Man, I love this game. This is the best game I've ever played. Ay, ay, ay. Just load the game, please. I don't even have music playing anymore. I'm in combat mode now. What? What is happening? Why is combat music playing? Shouldn't it have switched over to main menu music at this point? Yep, character scratching his ass. That's how I feel, buddy.
What do you want? Then what are...
Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time, and then I'm probably just gonna give up.
You will die.
Oh my god. What sucks is, like, I really have to be down there defending Wenzel, because I can't let him die. But there's just so many things, and like, oh my god. How did this guy get behind me so fast? He was nowhere near me and I was sprinting. Alright, well, I must be just way too low a level to do this. Even though I feel like I should be able to kill these things, there's just so damn many of it, and the frame rate is at 15, and I can't do anything because everything interrupts me. So I'm just gonna have to do the liberations and crap later. I really just wanted to liberate one stupid city, just so I could get some footage of this, but I don't feel like playing anymore tonight, so I'm just gonna call it quits for now. I'm getting frustrated and annoyed, and I don't want to play anymore. So I'll resume tomorrow. Play a few more sessions tomorrow, but that's gonna be it for tonight, so... Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry there's so much loading time here at the end. I hope you enjoyed it otherwise. Good night, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.